My dear brothers and sisters in Christ Jesus. In the Old Testament, the Almighty makes a covenant with His people. And the basis of the covenant is, I am your God and you shall be my people. And if you ask the Israelites who this God is, they did not have any idea. This God was very obscure. Someone was not known. Someone was very away from the people. And nobody knew what this God meant to him. And Jesus gave an expression to that God. He becomes the face of the Father. He becomes the way to the Father. And that is what he tells Philip. Philip, why do you ask me to show the Father? He who has seen me has seen the Father. And he says, I am the way to the Father, and nobody can go to the Father except through me. And Jesus becomes a bridge between God and all of us. It is He who connects us to God. And the peak of this is the Emmanuel experience, wherein I experience God at every moment of my life, day in and day out. And that is very challenging, to experience God as someone who is always with me. And Jesus says that is what must happen and should happen when you believe in me. And he who has faith in me will never die. And he who has faith in me has seen who God is. God is someone who is always with me. God is someone who is so compassionate, who is so forgiving. And Jesus becomes that expression of God. In Jesus, we see how loving God is, how forgiving God is, how accepting God is. And our challenge for our faith and Christian journey is to experience this God as Emmanuel. God as someone who is with us. Many times we are worried, we are tensed, we are depressed, we feel out of place, we do not know where we are heading. Perhaps all this happens because we are yet to recognize that this Jesus as Emmanuel, a God who is with me, a God who would console me, a God who would talk to me. And the apostles experienced this God as Emmanuel, and that is why their attitude changed after the resurrection. Wherever they went, whatever they did, the Lord said, I am with you. I am with you till the end of the ages. And they trusted and they could experience. Even the Lord went to an extent of saying, when you're arrested and when you're before the authorities, do not worry what you should speak. The Spirit will reveal to you. I will be with you and I will be speaking. And the Lord told them, I will be your words. And we must trust that the Lord will be our words. He will be our actions. He will be our decisions. And that is experiencing Jesus as Emmanuel today, as the Lord is once again revealing the Father. He says, unless the Father draws anyone, they cannot come to me. And the Father has drawn all of us to Jesus. And one of the finest ways to experience Jesus as Emmanuel, Jesus as someone who is very close to me, is at the altar, because he becomes my food. He is someone who comes to me and walks with me to my house. And we should be aware of that. After the Mass, I'm carrying Jesus wherever I go. He is Emmanuel, a God who is walking with me, a God who is always present with me. He becomes the bread of life, and he is coming with me. If Jesus says, I'm Emmanuel, and how Jesus becomes Emmanuel, he becomes Emmanuel through the bread of life. We receive that bread of life, and wherever we go, the Lord comes. And whatever we do, the Lord guides. And today, we have yet another opportunity to meet this Emmanuel, to experience this Emmanuel, God with us. And in this Mass, he once again gives that experience and assurance, I am with you. I become your words, I become your decisions, I become your action. And he says, do not worry, for I am with you. Ave.